This was the season the Tennessee Volunteers were supposed to rebuild. Payton Manning graduated to the NFL. Linebacker Al Wilson has played with a shoulder injury for most of the year. And star running back Jamal Lewis was lost for the season. But the Vols persevere and have molded a championship team fit to a T. Quarterback T. Martin, the multi-talented junior, has led Tennessee with his arm and his legs. And as a result, the Vols have grabbed the #1 ranking for the first time in 42 years. For 2 decades, Frank Broyles was the symbol of Arkansas football success. But in recent years, the Hogs lost their bite. Now under first-year coach Houston Nutt, the Hogs are back, led by quarterback Clint Sterner and tailback Mondre Hill. The Hogs have shocked the SEC and the nation, and the return to prominence has their fans and players going nuts. It's a battle of unbeatens. Number 10 Arkansas versus the top-ranked Tennessee Volunteers. Perhaps the season hanging in the balance. Martin zips it over the middle and complete. Broken up by David Barrett, intended for Peerless Price.
It's a nice job by the Tennessee offensive line, giving T. Martin enough time. Peerless Price is going to run an inside route. David Barrett just makes a nice play. The ball hits Peerless Price. Barrett right behind it, knocks it just a little bit loose. T. Martin getting hit.
Houston Nutt trying to calm them down. Among those who needed to be calmed down, the defensive coordinator, Pete Burns. You can understand why he'd be excited. 2 timeouts left for Tennessee. 1:54 left. Chakuma, the power runner of the 2 tailbacks, stopped immediately. And a timeout called by Tennessee. Billy Ratliff, Eric Westmoreland in on the tackle. 1 timeout remaining for the #1 team in the country, in trouble in Knoxville. Saturday, 3 Eastern Time. NASDAQ Amex College Football on CBS. Second down and 11 for Arkansas. 1:47 remaining. 1 timeout left. Call it 12 to go for the first down. Sterner lost the football! Oh my goodness! He stumbled and fumbled, and Billy Ratliff recovered! 47 remaining, 1 timeout left. Call it 12 to go for the first down. Sterner lost!
Sterner comes out away from center, and it looks like Brandon Burlsworth, number 77, the big guard, tripped him up. He was on a backside protection, Burlsworth was, and he just tripped on the quarterback.
He put the ball down to brace himself as he was stumbling, and he fumbled. We saw the faces of the Tennessee sideline moments ago. They looked like a team that thought it had been defeated.
No question about it, John. And then Lady Luck turned.
They're just going to take a knee on the extra point play. Would have been a 35-yard try. Philip Fulmer apparently didn't want to block and a run back. So they just take a knee. Doesn't really matter if you're 4 points ahead, 5 or 6 in this instance. Back for the finish in a moment.
Well, 7 minutes to go. It's crunch time now if you're an Arkansas fan. It's also crunch time if you're a Tennessee fan. Tennessee's got to get penetration. They got to get pressure on Sterner.
And they got to stop the Arkansas run, which Chakuma absolutely had nothing.
Boy, when he ran into Sean Ellis, 93, I mean, it was just like stop, boom, down he goes. John Henderson and Sean Ellis in there. That tackle end combination, big tackle.
right at their per game average in rushing yardage.
Interesting, they brought Cobbs in now. Maybe you might give him a little bit more flash.
What a great catch by Smith to hold on to that ball. He knew he was going to get hammered.
Boy, when you go across, look at Clint Sterner. That's the way to catch the football. You lead by example, and that's what Clint Sterner's telling them. Crossing pattern over the middle. You know you're going to get hurt. Stretch out, get down, bring the football down. And Clint Sterner was the first one to run downfield and tell Smith, congratulations, good catch. It's the way to go after it.
And that's the ball out to the 38. The freshman Cobbs. Deion Grant chasing him. And Grant runs him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. This Cobbs has a chance to be special.
Well, you talk about him being special and just being a freshman. Did you see him switch the ball that time? Took the ball with the right hand off Sterner right here. Takes the ball with the right hand. Now watch him switch right to left to get the ball to the outside. Right in here, he switches, gets that ball to the left hand to the out of bounds. He gets a good block downfield right there. His wide out gives him a good block downfield. That's what you want to do. Drive him off the football. Boo Williams got a good block.
Chris Chukuma bouncing off tacklers to the Tennessee 41. A gain of 6.
Sean Ellis got hurt on that play on the back side of it. He got up limping. He's walking it off. There's Sean Ellis, number 93, coming off right there. Looks like he might just clip an ankle right in there. Turned an ankle. Oh, that right ankle. Yeah, he just turned that right ankle over. You see him grab it, but he got up and walked off.
Cobbs is the tailback. Look out for the freshman. He stiff-armed Deion Grant and steps out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Arkansas is running the ball against Tennessee's vaunted defense.
Well, we talked earlier about him sticking with the play. That's exactly what Cedric Cobbs does. He sticks with the play. Designed to go inside now. Get out there, use that speed, stiff arm in there, get it some yardage, picks it up. And surprisingly, Arkansas has run the football. Look at that. Over 100 yards, 7.5 yards per carry.
Let's go to Greg Bowser.
Well, number 93, Sean Ellis, twisted his ankle just a little bit, but he is going back in the ball game.
And if I'm Tennessee, I would want him in there.
You better believe it. Sophomore from Nashville. Grabbed on and held on and wouldn't let Cobbs get free that time.
I think John Henderson is one of those real stars. He has just stepped up his play, came in here, just a sophomore, big guy, 6'7", 285, but he plays strong. And when he gets those arms on you, you don't break tackles when John Henderson wraps you up.
Second down, Razorbacks inside of 4 minutes left, trailing by a field goal. Blitz from Tennessee.
Oh, he's got a lot of time.
Lucas, touchdown. With the extra point as the Razorbacks have gone on top by 3. And it is now a 4-point game, and Tennessee will need a touchdown to win this football game with 3:44 remaining. And the All-American Anthony Lucas on the receiving end from the all-time leading passer in Arkansas history, Clint Sterner.
Well, you knew right away he had time to pass. Look at this, sits back there, offensive line giving a lot of time. And who does he go to? His go-to guy, Anthony Lucas, all day long across the middle. Now watch Sterner's time right here. Little play fake, but look at this. Stand back there, has time to pump fake. And then you see Lucas one-on-one, up high to go get the football. Great concentration. Goodrich in good position, but look at Clint Sterner knows it. Now, I know they've told us all day, all week long, that they've tried to avoid the emotion from last week. But I want you to look at that play and look at Clint Sterner.
Does that young man want this one or what? 3 touchdown passes today for Sterner. He has played a marvelous game. The Houston Nutt's team has played probably, I guess, Dave Rowe, as well as they could play.
Yeah, they
so
can't
far.
play any better.
They're 344 away from a big upset. But Tennessee has a knack and has the ability to come back and take it right away from them.
Well, I know that in that situation you want Clint Sterner to throw the football. But if I've got to come back with 3:44 left, I would take a lot of the players off of this Tennessee team. I'd take D. Martin. I'd certainly take Jamal Lewis, or I'd take Travis Henry. I'd like that big offensive line that Philip Fulmer has. He's got a bunch of winners.
Leonard Scott, the dangerous return man, brings it out across the 30-yard line.
I can promise you Keith Burns, the defensive coordinator for Arkansas, you talk about 6 feet off the ground. Right now, he is calling on the Hogs, calling on his defense. And for T. Martin, he's had a good day, 276 yards. Nothing more important than right now, David. This is crowd. Everybody's on their feet standing. There's nobody sitting down.
8,000 Tennessee fans here. And Tennessee wants to make sure they get the first down. They almost get a lot more.
Yeah.
T. Martin moves to midfield.
Boy, he broke out of that pile. Everybody was spearing in the middle, and he just kind of slipped off the outside tackle. Oh, they're spread out. This is going to be interesting. They're spread out in 2 double slots, both wide.
It'll be 4th down. Tennessee figuring they were in 2-play territory to pick up a first down. But now it's 4th and 2.
But you know, I think that Carlos Hall might have tipped that football. The direction of that football coming off the line looked as if it might have gotten tipped. It wasn't even close to the receiver. Now what do you do? Let's see if we see Carlos Hall, number 55, tip this ball. Right there, yeah. See the ball get tipped?
Boy, I tell you, number 21, you see right there, Orlando Green, he wishes he hadn't tipped it because he might have had an interception.
Here's the big play.
4th down. Stallworth. First down, Tennessee.
Wow, was that close? Number 21, Green, was right in there. Green almost came down with that tackle. Watch this, off the line. Now, Green's 21. Now, look at him come right up there. If he makes the tackle right there. And that was 77, Josh Tucker, who got that block. If Tucker doesn't get that block, that play is over.
Correct call. Ball is at the 30. It is 2nd down.
Out of time.
And the catch is made by Wilson at the 17-yard line. The 10-yard line is what Tennessee must reach to keep this drive going. Incomplete. Arkansas takes the football.
Trying to find that crossing pattern, going for all the marbles, steps up and he has them open, but look at this defensive play right there. And who is it? Number 18, David Barrett. Again, good coverage, one-on-one coverage. Barrett had those 2 pass interferences early, David. Wow, now, if you're Clint Sterner, do you kneel down?
Oh, boy. What do you think? Tennessee does have 1 timeout left.
I think you kneel down.
And Sterner will take a knee, remembering what happened last year in Knoxville. It was at the 143 mark last year when the ball was fumbled, but Houston Nutt says, let's play it conservative.
You remember what Houston Nutt said? If I had to do it all over again, I would have taken a timeout and would have talked to Clint Sterner. And they had that timeout on the exchange.
Arkansas on the verge of gaining some big revenge, and somebody just came breaking across the line of scrimmage.
Well, what that is what happened. You can see right there, Houston Nutt tells players, get back on the sideline. You don't want to do that stuff. Right now, you don't do that stuff. All Tennessee was trying to do was Raynoch Thompson was trying to guess the snap count and come in and cause a fumble. That's all it was. That's clear football. Raynoch is such an intense competitor right here. You see him coming over the top. All he's trying to do is just guess the snap count.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Ejection.
Oh, and that gives him a first down.
And they ejected Raynoch Thompson from the football game.
I hate to see that. That's just hard play. He's just trying to guess the snap count, cause something. He comes over top. He's a tremendous competitor.
Emotions are running high in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Thompson got a little bit carried away.
Well, now think about it. Now you've got 4 more downs. Tennessee has no timeouts. It's over. It should be over. Now watch, they're going to go into this defense. And for Clint Sterner, he had a year to think about it. He said, no, it didn't bother me. But let me tell you something. I know I've been down on that field, down deep inside of your heart. It bothers you.
Well, it hurt him, and he had one chance for redemption. He said last year, the only positive about this is that I play him again next year in Fayetteville.
You see that defense, that offense is designed so in case it's a bad snap, they've got someone deep.
That's right, in the state of Arkansas. And for Tennessee, it's heartbreak. National championship not within reach after this one. So they will not have a chance to defend their title. Houston Nutt overcome with emotion. And the fans going hog wild in Fayetteville.
I love it. The announcer said, please stay off the field. There's got to be 60,000 on the field.
And the goalpost has no chance.
No chance. When they rebuild the stadium, they're going to have to put up new goalposts because they're coming down.